Imagine there's a pill that could potentially kill someone, terminate their life, kill. Yeah, that's one way that you can have an abortion. So, I will be talking about an article that I read in English class at Del Tech, and it is called Abortion is Too Complex to Feel All One Way About. And this is written by Anna Quinlan. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But she did publish this March 13th, 1986 to the New York Times. So, my name is Claire Trimble. I attend Del Tech, and little side note, I'm Catholic, so you can kind of tell where this is going. So, I will be discussing my take on her article. This is a very controversial topic, so I won't make anything graphic, but it's still a little touchy. So in the first part of her article, she talks about how her personal life shaped how she believed in this movement, and it makes sense. Her first paragraph was mainly about how this perfect, ideal A student, valedictorian, SAT acer, got pregnant. The next paragraph talks about how that's what changed her life. That one person. And then she goes off into how many different experiences, almost like an interview based, has changed her way of view still. Then she goes into more of a political and scientific argument. If you look over here onto the PowerPoint, you can tell that there are people that are happy to do this, happy to bring in life. Shocking. So here's his mother. She's smiling. Here's this medical technician. She's smiling. She loves her job, as someone could infer, and assume that she is glad that she's there. She is very professional, it seems like. And if you look over here, there's a little sonogram. That's little baby. That's a little fetus. That's a person. That's it. It's another person. It's not the mother. It's the person. It's not the mother. It's the person. It's that simple. But, so there are many ways that can deter people from being pro-life and pro-choice. One way is how you word things. It's very easy. You could use similes and metaphors like figurative language, or you can use diction in the sense of this is how I mean, like this is what I mean, and I take full responsibility in this. So she uses connotated language. So I would like to quote one little piece from her article from paragraph 11. Technology has foiled us, end quote. So foiled means to prevent someone from succeeding. So she's saying that technology has prevented her from succeeding, or us in the sense of everyone. But it really hasn't. It only prevented her party. It only prevented her movement, the pro-choice movement, where people often believe in science and rather feelings like a normal person, but for pro-choicers, no, it's more the feelings. Yeah, it's pretty sad. So, but you can tell where she's at without really understanding the article. Like, it's just, you can't feel one way about abortion. Well, it kind of even has a negative connotation to how she thinks about it. Like, you can't have one way. It's not a good thing, as some might say. Then, I do believe that she just wants to tell me what's happening. She wants to explain her personal life. She wants to explain this. She doesn't want me to sign a petition at the end of the article saying, do you want to join our cause? Here are the reasons why. So she's not persuading me, and I don't believe you can make abortion at all funny, so it can't be entertaining. So she's simply trying to inform us. That's really it. Now, I have a lot of experience, not in this topic obviously, but I am Catholic, so I have been to pro-life marches. I've been to 2 of them within the last 5 years. There are a lot of the picket sign type things where you hold them up that are graphic, some are not. There's a big mega screen type thing that shows a more graphic just picture of everything that happens with abortion. It's very, very unsettling. But overall, I would not change the setup, of course, the setup of this article. The structure and the organization is very well put. I personally like how she had her different experiences first, and then she goes into the science aspect, and then she kind of favors, obviously, the pro-choice side of it, and then she goes into the other side. Like, she does bring in the other side. It's not just all about her. But with this, there are many points that I disagreed with, obviously, just because of my religious views. The article is fine. So she basically describes her life, and she attacks pro-lifers. I just want to end with quoting paragraph 12. She's talking about the uterus and where life begins. It is almost living, but not quite. So, are there any questions?